All right, what's up, everybody? Here we are again, headed to the Atlanta airport. A friend of mine sent me a lead for a 1983 300 TD wagon. So immediately got in touch with the guy. Everything checks out. Looks to be in outstanding condition. The guy's 85 years old, has had tons of Mercedes. Even said there's a book he wrote, and there's some Mercedes in the book. So it's gonna be an interesting guy. I'll do an interview with him when I get there. But I'm headed to the airport and I'm flying out to Phoenix. All right, here we are again on the plane, headed to Phoenix. And I'll record more when we get on the ground. I don't know where to look when I have this thing in selfie mode. I guess that's the camera right there. So I should look there when I'm talking to you guys. Anyway, we'll see you guys in Phoenix. All right, guys, so we're in the shuttle headed to Prescott Valley, Arizona. We're just driving out through the desert here. It's really cool. And there's all these giant cactuses out here. Some of them are a couple of 100 years old, but the view is really cool. Look out there. Let's see. Hey guys, we are pulling up to David's place. This is David. David, say what's up, David.
Hey, hello everybody.
David's
I'm probably the oldest Mercedes-Benz fan you guys will ever meet at 85.
But you have an extensive, extensive experience with Mercedes. You've been working on them since, gosh, you were talking about back to the
1964, 5, probably. First car was a 1959 220S pontoon 4-door sedan, and I thought, nobody in the world builds a car like that. The doors closed like coffin lids. It had a 6-cylinder motor in it that would really get up and go. It got good mileage, and the car was tight. A lot of fun to drive, leather interior and all that. And that sold me on Mercedes, and I've had them ever since.
Tell us about these the diesels. You've had a few diesel wagons.
Well, I got the first one about 20 years ago. Well, maybe, yeah, about 20 years ago. And it was an 82 300D that was sitting in side yard of a mechanic shop. Here is your first view of your car.
Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. That looks so nice.
A little shady, but
yeah,
we're going to need to drive it real quick so that we don't run out of daylight and stuff.
So
you better put your plate on it.
You said you got this from a, did you say a veterinarian?
This car was originally sold in Los Angeles area to a veterinarian, and he put everything on it that you see. Chrome wheels, roof bars. Well, he didn't tint the windows. That's something I've done. But all the extras that you could have gotten in 1983.
Oh, like the chrome wheels, chrome fender lips, well, roof bars.
I did the fender lips, so I guess he didn't do everything, but I mean, it was a beautifully done little car. And then when he passed away, his son inherited the car, brought it up here to Chino Valley, and he's kind of a backwoods kind of guy with the trucks and all this and that, and he didn't want to drive it, and he tried to give it to his wife who didn't want to drive it, and so finally decided he was going to sell it, and some guy offended him with a lowball price. And I just happened to be at the car dealer that had the car for being checked out for the guy that wanted to buy it first, and found out who the owner was and called him up, and I made him a decent offer, and he sold me the car. So we've had it 15 years now.
Let's take a look at this thing.
Yeah, go take a look.
I see you just put the, so you were telling me you put white walls on there. Those are actually white walls, but they're brand new, so it has the blue still on it. But
You're going to take them off, so we didn't clean clean them. I figured, what's the use?
Yeah, well, and you said white walls are the only thing you can get out here where we are in Arizona, because the other stuff's not in stock.
The tire company I go to said they would have a tough go even finding 14-inch rims for it. So when he came up with a set of 4 whites, I said, go for it, because otherwise we might not even get it.
Wow, it's beautiful condition.
Yeah. Here, come back and I'll open the doors. We've got to take a look at the inside.
Absolutely. I'm going to do a quick walk around here.
My wife wouldn't drive it because it was too pretty. She didn't want to get it bent. So maybe I shouldn't have bought it, but here it is. Lift up the seat cover.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Ambitex is just like new.
Yeah, very nice original seat.
A little dirty carpet, but that's to be expected.
It's all here. Nice dash, a little dusty from Arizona.
There's even chrome Mercedes hubcaps on the wheels on this, which is an extra.
And the dealer,
They came with those on it, yep.
Came with those on it?
We may have replaced them once, but they were.
Now you said you added these.
I added those, and it came with this. So this is an extra. You don't necessarily find that on all of them.
What, the
bumper guard trim, all the way down there. It's on a lot of them, but it's not on all of them. At least that's what I remember. I hope that's right.
check out the passenger seat here.
What you're not ever going to see on one of these is the way this engine looks, because you don't find them.
Oh, it's very, very clean. Wow.
Still has the anodized injection lines. And
yeah, the cadmium plating on there.
Yeah. There's even an alarm, but we cut it because it's sometimes it goes off and you don't want it.
That's, I guess, the alarm.
Yeah, and that's where you hook it back up again.
Now, was that from the factory? That's aftermarket.
That's an aftermarket. It works off of that.
Okay, okay. Still has the stickers up here. So this is a original car. See, you put a new hood pad on there. All right. You have tons of books up here. There's volume 1 and volume 2 and here's the 123 1 and 2, 126. But this is really cool over here. You said you used to work on these.
This is a workshop manual for a 300 Adenauer car, which is a 4-door hardtop limousine from the 60s. And actually it has the early model 300, the B, the C, the S, and the SC. And it's all of the
that's the original stuff.
Real old stuff.
Now you had this rebound. Is that what you're...
I had the original book, and what I did is I had this copied and rebound, and then in addition to the workshop manual, this is all of the parts associated with there's the chassis.
Oh, cool.
And all of the parts that you could order by number for replacement parts for a 1962 300D Adenauer 4-door hardtop limousine, which was one hell of a car.
And you know how to work on those?
Yeah. In fact, I got called by Stead Motors to come down and consult with them every time they got a 300 to help them to figure out what they needed to do to fix the car.
Wow.
That was back in the day. That's in the 80s. So it's been a long time ago.
And what is this one? You were showing me another book you had here.
I'm not sure.
That's the...
68. I don't know the model numbers anymore.
Yeah, 108, 109. That's the 300
With
SEL.
the fin models? I don't know for sure. What that is.
That's the original book, huh?
Oh.
1968.
Oh, this is for the SELs.
That's the 6.3 right there.
Yes, that is. And the reason I recognize it is because I had a 1970, let's see, what was it? 1972 280 SEL 4.5 V8.
Oh, cool car.
And the engine had a problem, and I got the manual so I could fix it, and I wound up getting heads off of a different model and putting them on it. It was a lot of work. Anyway, so I've had an awful lot of cars. What I used to do is buy them, fix them, and sell them.
Yeah, I see here you've got your 420 SEL, and you did a custom paint job on your SD,
Right.
and you love those white walls.
Well, I also like the wheels because
Yeah.
they're Ronell Sentra wheels, and they were originally $800 a piece back in the day, and I used to buy them for like $400 a set used to put on my cars because I knew what they were,
Cool.
and they were hard to find. But I even have an extra one sitting in here.
Yeah, imagine trying to find those now.
Yeah, I got a terrible workbench right now because at 85 years old, I have projects and I don't complete them, and I don't clean up afterwards quite as much.
And it looks like you have some seat pad. Looks like you have lots of parts up here.
Car stuff,
It
no.
looks like there's a seat pad over there, and
Those
Maybe.
are probably upholstery carpets for the SD, most likely, and those are rubber trims and things like door trims.
okay.
I found an SD over in the other side of the mountain here one time, and they were just sitting there, and I couldn't buy it, so I gutted it. And I got all the upholstery. Some of it went in this car. You know.
Well, you really have some nice cars, and it's cool to capture the history and capture everything
I have
you've done.
probably had 40 or more Mercedes cars over the years that
Well-
I bought, sold, and fixed.
Well, thank you for selling me the beautiful wagon, the
Yes.
low mileage 1983.
Yeah, it's going to a good home.
We're gonna bring it back to factory
John
showroom.
promises me he's going to send me pictures of it when it's done. So,
We will.
so you guys hold him to that for me.
All right.
Anyway, he's a nice guy. We've done pretty good business, and I think you would do well if you want to do some business with him. So
Thank you.
that's my opinion at this point.
Thanks for watching. I'm gonna hop in this wagon and drive 1,800 miles, something like that.
Not tonight.
Not tonight, but over the next 3 or 4 days back to Atlanta. So wish me luck, and I'll record more on the road. See you guys later. Well, here we are, guys. Just left David's house, and we're at the gas station. And guys, this thing is absolutely beautiful. Of course, I'll get the white walls off of there, and I've actually got a brand new set of bunt wheels that have never been used. I'll probably put those on there to make it more factory original, even though the dealer probably did the it was a upgrade to the chrome and 1983 wagon. Of course, we'll get the tint off the windows. That's the original windows, original everything, original car, you guys. And this protected the interior, you know, because it's we're in Arizona, so thank God they had the tint on there. And the roof looks outstanding, excellent condition. Let's get some gas in this, or some diesel in this puppy, and get back on the road. Guys, one little sign I look for on these old cars, you know they've been treated really well. When little stuff like this is evident, see it's got the little rubber fuel door bumpers are still intact. That little stuff like that is really important. It's hard to find cars in this good a condition. That's why I'm all the way in Phoenix, Arizona to pick this car up. We've been traveling since 9 this morning, but when you find them like this, man, when I find them like this, I got to come get them. So let's get this thing filled up and get back on the road. My first impressions of the vehicle is extremely smooth. So there's something I've noticed about these low mileage engines, and they, you know, compared to an engine with 160, 170,000 miles versus an engine with 50, 60, 70,000 miles, there is a night and day difference in how smooth and how vibration free the vehicle is. And it's subtle, but if you've ridden, you know, I've driven a ton of these cars, and I've driven them long distance, cross country. I pick them up from all over the country, and the lower the miles, every time, without a doubt, the smoother and better feeling the car is. And I mean, that's logical, of course, but yeah, that's the case with this one. It's very smooth. Now, I just drove the 300D I picked up in New Mexico. Some of you guys might have seen that video. I don't know if I've actually posted it yet, but that's an 85,000 mile car. It was also extremely smooth. So anyway, key takeaway, low mileage. So diesels, it doesn't matter if they're low mileage. These cars just keep going, you know. But the big thing you get with low mileage, well, there's two things. The acceleration is way better, way superior on a fresh low mileage engine. I've had, God, 6 or 7 of them in the last 6 months. They all out accelerate the high mileage engines. You know, engines just get old, they'll slow down a little bit. So you got way faster acceleration and way smoother, less vibration. And I have firsthand experience feeling that on these cars. And anyway, that's just my initial feedback. We're just coming up on Albuquerque in a little while. We're out here in the New Mexico desert, and it's a very isolated, flat, lonely place. And despite it being very barren and desert-like, it's extremely beautiful.